밀레니엄 기자 미카엘은 유명 기업의 비리를 폭로했다가 오히려 소송을 당합니다.
State funds intended for industrial development in Poland.
She's one of the best investigators I had, as you saw from her report. She's different.
Miss Solander is here.
Elizabeth, Mr. Dirk Proda.
헨릭의 변호사 프로도는 리즈베스에게 미카엘 보고서를 의뢰한 상태입니다.
Something wrong with the report?
Oh, it was quite thorough.
변호사 프로도는 보고서는 완벽하지만 리즈베스의 의견을 더 듣고 싶다고 말합니다.
He's who he presents himself to be. In his business, that's an asset.
Conviction today.
True, he made a fool of himself. If it happened that way,
Are you suggesting that he was set up?
that was never part of my assignment.
But you're right. How much of a fool did he make of himself financially?
The judgment will just about empty his savings.
Savory, even if she doesn't.
He's had a long-standing sexual relationship with his co-editor of the magazine. Sometimes he performs cunnilingus.
Oh, you're right not to include that.
I know.
리즈베스는 보안 업체에서 활동하고 있으며 미카엘이 폭로했던 웨네스트롬의 뒷조사를 하고 있습니다.
Dad.
Nila, you don't have to worry about me. Nila, what are you doing?
I don't want to talk about it since I know you want to prove.
Nila,
Light of life.
light of what?
미카엘은 크리스마스 이브에 가족과 함께 식사하던 중 재벌 헨릭의 변호사 프로도의 전화를 받게 됩니다. 헨릭이 간곡하게 만나기를 원한다는 얘기를 들은 미카엘은 스톡홀름에서 4시간 동안 기차를 타고 헤데스타트로 갑니다. 섬으로 이어진 다리를 지나 헨릭의 집에 도착한 미카엘.
Come inside. What do you know about me?
Well, you used to run one of the largest industrial...
My grandfather forged the tracks. We stitched this country together. We made the steel, milled the lumber.
Doing what?
Officially assisting with my memoirs.
겉으로는 헨릭의 전기를 쓰는 것이지만 실제로는 헨릭의 조카 손녀의 죽음을 조사하는 일입니다.
This is Harriet, the granddaughter of my brother, Richard. Anyway,
헨릭의 동생 리카드는 나치였고 아내 마가리타와 아들 고프리드를 학대했다고 합니다.
He beat his wife, Margareta, and their son, Gottfried. He was a charmer, a ladies' man, and a drunk. Anyway, he died in 1965, drowned, drunk, here on the island. Isabella, who had been pretty much useless as a parent before, became even more so. Just when I began looking after the children.
사고 당시 16세였던 고프리의 딸 해리엇은 가족 중 누군가에 의해 살해당했다고 합니다.
And for the past 40 years, that's been trying to drive me insane. Harriet, with one or two school friends, went into town to see it. Came into the parlor. She asked if she could talk to me. Doing that I thought was more important, but I told her to give me a few minutes. We sat down to dinner. Harriet wasn't there. And she wasn't there the next morning or the next 40 years.
I can't find something you've been unable to find in 40.
You have a very keen, investigative mind. This is a well-deserved holiday. As for compensation, I'll pay you double your salary for as many.
미카엘이 해리엇 사건을 조사해주는 대가로 페이를 2배로 지급하고 무엇보다 미카엘을 궁지에 몰아넣은 웨네스트롬에 대한 증거 자료를 주겠다고 합니다.
Followed it with interest, shall we say. You were right about him. You just couldn't prove it.
리즈베스는 선물로 책을 사서 자기를 딸처럼 보살펴주고 있는 사회복지사의 집을 찾아갑니다. 사회복지사는 바닥에 쓰러져 있고 리즈베스는 급히 구급차를 부릅니다. 미카엘은 결국 해리엇 사건을 맡기로 하고 헨릭의 집 옆에 있는 오두막에 머물기로 합니다.
What?
Mr. Palmgren's daughter?
He's bored. He doesn't have a daughter.
He's had severe cerebral hemorrhaging. I'm hopeful he'll regain consciousness, but that's not assured.
Hi, I'm Gunnar, the caretaker.
관리자 군호는 해리어 사건에 관련된 엄청난 양의 자료들을 가져옵니다.
You want to put it in there?
The entire island.
이 섬에는 헨릭의 가족들만 살고 있다면서 일일이 집의 위치와 이름들을 알려줍니다.
His daughter Cecilia lives over there. They don't speak. Soon you will know us all, only too well, with my apologies.
미카엘은 수사 자료들을 꼼꼼히 살펴봅니다. 당시 수사를 담당했던 모렐 경관도 만나봅니다. 해리엇이 헨릭에게 남긴 수첩에는 알 수 없는 이름과 숫자가 적혀 있는데 모렐 경관은 지역번호라고 말합니다. 리즈베스를 담당했던 사회복지사 팜그린이 뇌출혈로 쓰러지자 새로운 담당자가 배정됩니다.
Enough.
You think that thing through your eyebrow makes you attractive? Here's the problem. There's a discrepancy between the obligation of Mr. Palmgren's guardianship.
There's no discrepancy or problem. It was clear to him I could manage my own.
So, the good old Mr. Palmgren days are over. Starting now, you will be given a monthly allowance. You'll provide me with receipts for your expenses. Miss Hollander, please, look at me. This is important. Shock to no one if I chose an alternative to the very lenient arrangement I've just outlined.
미카엘은 마틴의 초대를 받고 마틴의 집으로 가던 중 리브라는 여자를 만납니다.
Oh, hi.
We're going to the same place. Hop in. I found him at death's door.
Look at that view.
I used to work in the company's petrochemical division in Gothenburg. Spent a couple of days with Martin.
It's just the moose station.
You can blame her. It's wonderful.
얘기 도중 어디선가 어렴풋 알 수 없는 비명소리가 들리고 마틴은 바람소리라고 합니다.
Hey, it's fascinating. Martin too. You know about Harriet, right? You do?
Yes, I do.
The family doesn't want to talk about it, but it can't just be swept under the rug.
Everything else is fine. Harry certainly. You know, everything changed after that. Not just the family, but the company as well. That downward slide began after my sister's death.
You were here that day, yes?
I came in a little later after the accident on the bridge with the 4:30 train.
I know it well.
Oh, terrible day.
리즈베스는 요양원으로 팜그린을 찾아갑니다.
I got a call from social welfare. I've been assigned a new guardian.
돌아오는 길에 지하철역에서 소매치기를 당하고 싸움 끝에 가방을 되찾습니다. 그 결과 가방 속에 있던 노트북이 망가집니다.
That's good, because this one's done.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Cecilia.
Oh, yes. Please.
We are all uncomfortable with the idea of a chronicle of our family.
헨릭의 가족 중 한 명인 시실리아가 인사차 오두막을 찾아오고 시실리아의 언니 애니타가 해리엇과 유독 친하게 지냈다는 사실을 알려줍니다.
Anita was closer to her in age. She knew Harriet better than anyone. You should talk to her.
Love to. Where is she?
If I had to guess, London.
Why do you need such an expensive computer?
For work.
리즈베스는 노트북을 새로 사기 위해 사회복지사를 찾아가 돈을 달라고 합니다.
Something for me, I do. Something for you. What normal people do.
사회복지사는 리즈베스에게 못된 짓을 강요하고 나서야 돈을 내줍니다.
Excuse me.
미카엘은 런던으로 가서 시실리아가 말했던 언니 애니타를 만납니다.
So, you're looking for investment counseling?
I'm writing a biography of your uncle, Henry. That's why I'm here.
The father wasn't a Nazi.
Was he abusive?
Mine.
No, hers.
Not that I ever saw, but you could tell that something...
애니타도 18세에 섬을 떠났기 때문에 별로 아는 것이 없다고 말합니다.
I got away when I was 18. I never went back.
리즈베스는 돈이 필요하다며 사회복지사한테 전화를 겁니다.
I don't need a pen. What's the address?
Elizabeth, come on in. You like it?
It's nice.
So, what do you need money for this time?
Food.
I'm so glad you decided to come and visit.
사회복지사는 또다시 대가를 요구합니다.
Am I going to have to do this every time I need money to eat?
You're so cute when you're sorry.
리즈베스는 엄청난 폭력에 시달리고 겨우 돈을 받아냅니다.
How much do one of those cost?
Around 3,000. This is really gonna hurt. Your call.
I need to pay my rent.
리즈베스는 며칠 후 또다시 사회복지사 집으로 찾아가 돈이 필요하다고 말합니다.
Me too.
Good. You're alive. I had it with me last time. I set it here, remember? It's a wide-angle fiber optics lens. I thought it was going to be another blowjob, which is disgusting enough. But I misjudged just how sick you are. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Look at me. Which could be a while, I admit. We're going to go to my bank and tell them that I alone have access to my money. Each month, you will prepare a report of a meeting we will never have to have my declaration of incompetence lifted. If you fail, this video will spread across the internet like a virus. And if anything should happen to me, if I get run over by a car, this will upload automatically. Not that you understand. I'm taking the keys to this apartment because I'll be checking on you. And if I find a girl in here with you, whether she came of her own free will or not, I'll kill you. Do you doubt what's in the reports that have followed me around all my life? I am insane. Nod. I know it's going to be hard for you to abide by my rules, and it's hard most of all. So I'm going to make it easier for you. Lie still, and there will be blood.
미카엘이 외출한 사이 딸이 오두막을 찾아옵니다.
What's think left you?
Bible camp. I'm not dangerous.
It's fine. Whatever you want to do is fine. Well, I haven't been around enough to really know what's going on with you.
Oh, it's nice seeing you. Bye-bye.
I'll see you.
Yeah. Oh, don't go too hard on the Catholics.
딸은 기차를 타면서 아빠 방에 걸려있던 숫자는 성경 구절이라고 말합니다. 미카엘은 오두막으로 돌아와 성경 구절을 찾아봅니다.
A woman who is a medium or a sorcerer shall be put to death by stoning. If a dove is the sinner's offering, the priest shall wring off its head and burn it upon the altar.
Hello. Detective Morell, it's Mikhail Blomkins. Rebecca case you mentioned.
Would you recall her last name?
Probably.
Jakobson. Rebecca Jakobson.
And how was she killed?
She was decapitated.
Her arms were cut off and she was burned.
모렐 경관한테 전화하고 있을 때 앰뷸런스 소리가 들리고 헬릭이 쓰러졌다는 소식을 듣게 됩니다.
How is he?
He's in intensive care.
Right. We also didn't discuss who I'd report to if something should happen to him.
Oh, well, you'd report to me.
I may have found something.
You're joking.
변호사 프로도가 오두막에 오자 미카엘은 뭔가 찾았다며 이 사건을 도와줄 조수가 필요하다고 말합니다. 프로도는 미카엘에 대한 리포트를 작성했던 리즈베스를 추천합니다.
Kind enough to share your report with me.
The reason you can find no record of her is because her records have been sealed.
미카엘은 리즈베스가 일하는 보안회사로 찾아가서 리즈베스의 주소를 알아냅니다.